Hello there, welcome to another episode of World of Warships with Ungainly Titans. So as you can see, they've implemented the service record. And I just took a quick look at it today during my session, and I didn't even look at all of the elements because I didn't quite realise that it wasn't showing me actually my total aggregate results. It was showing me the standard battle results, it looks like. So I have my battle summary, ships destroyed by main breakdown by weapon type, my most played ship, battles on the ship, number of victories, battles survived, warships spotted, and my average results per game. Warships destroyed, damage to ships, damage upon spotting. That looks kind of low. Looks to me like I might have to do something about that particular element of the statistic, considering that I'm playing destroyers quite a lot. So we have here the statistics, which seems to be very similar to the summary, but it's got average results per battle, it's got the total number of warships destroyed, the different sources of destroying them, number spotted, and then the victories, defeats, draws, battles survived, accuracy of the main guns, and accuracy of the torpedoes. It's accessible in your headquarters tab. And obviously you can get it at the headquarters. You can also look at your most recent battles, and you can see the various medals that you might have won. So you get your, whatever it is, devastating strikes, first blood, so on and so forth, and also the ones, of course, that you haven't won. Now, I have been playing the Benson quite a lot, and I'm not too far away actually from completion of the Benson at this point. I'm I think around 186,000 experience, and I need somewhere north of 210 to unlock the next ship and get the tier 7 destroyer. That would then, I think, complete the American line. Yeah, it goes up to 7 tiers, and then all I need to do is go back down to tier 4, where I have the Omaha Elite in the American cruiser line, and buy the next cruiser up, and then I'll do the same with the cruisers, and I'll probably at that stage probably have the New York Elite actually, because it's a good way in, and I play it every now and again anyway, even if I'm focusing on the different ship type. Some long range speculative torpedo action at the King George V. I reckon he's out there. He can't really turn towards the island. Now, that said, I don't think I did anything fancy with those torpedoes. I just pointed them where the indicator said that he would be, and hope for the best. And there's the Akazuki, the Japanese destroyer on the enemy, one of the destroyers in the enemy fleet, and we managed to get a hit in. We have well, we're not being fired on. There's one of the King George, and will one of those torpedoes go in? It looks like they will. So we've done a bit of damage to the King George, and although, I suppose we did well to do any damage, considering he was steaming bow into anything I was sending his way anyway, so evading it was relatively easy. Our cruiser is going around the back of the island. It would be one thing if you went around the island sort of prepared to fight the destroyer, because somebody has to go around and fight the destroyer. But he's fighting a destroyer, and he's going to sail into all those torpedoes. There's a destroyer in the smoke screen, there's in their torpedoes. It's what they do. Change your course, slow down your ship, do something, but don't make it obvious or easy for them. Since I have no real idea where that destroyer is, I'm just going to send random torpedoes into the smoke screen and kind of hope for the best, that he's in the smoke screen and he won't see them coming because he's going to be hidden from him by his own smoke. It might work, it might not work. Some people go in there and they sit in the same location. Others go in and they move around. Others just let the smoke screen behind them and disappear off into the distance. We're still ships down, so the odds are that he's probably still in the smoke screen, but you never know. I am, however, going to charge down the smoke screen. I'm going to use the fact that he's in a smoke screen, he's hidden from me. The islands are largely hiding me from the enemy capital ships. So I'm going to nail this destroyer if I possibly can. And he's not in his smoke screen, or at least he's just leaving it. And I think he's been taken a bit by surprise by my sudden appearance. And we now need to just get rounds into him consistently. And just keep doing damage and avoiding his own torpedoes. He's going to strike the island. And I keep missing. He's actually shooting better than me at the moment. However, now he's stuck on the island, and I think I should be able to do some reasonable damage in this round. And we can probably do it again, and down he goes, and that's it, he's out of the fight. So now I just need to lose my spot, tuck around the corner of this island, and just get away if I can, because we're still down ships. And I'm relatively isolated around here. Okay, there's a battleship tangling with one of our battleships, and I can try to give support to him, but there's that guy in front of me coming cruising in our direction. And there may, I can't remember now if there's a ship behind me or not, down to the south of my position. So round the corner we come, with a bit of difficulty, self-induced difficulty. And there's King George V, and he's so low in health that I think it's a shame like to be wasting torpedoes on him, because I don't think he'll live long enough to get hit by torpedoes. He's on fire, he's on very low health, and he doesn't actually live long enough to get hit by outgoing shells, much less the torpedoes, which is a pity. I could have then used the torpedoes much more effectively if I had to what do they call them? 2 salvos of torpedoes to fire from my launchers on this particular occasion at the New Mexico. Getting to New Mexico in a kind of a crossfire would have been a really useful way of dealing with the problem in New Mexico's in general. However, now that I'm behind the smoke screen, or safely hidden behind my own smoke screen and somebody else is spotted in New Mexico, I can rain high explosive fire down on top of them as much as I can in order to set a fire. Although I don't seem to be shooting very well. I'm dropping my shots slightly short and they're not hitting the infrastructure, and we got him another torpedo. And we'll just keep pouring fire out from the main battery guns, because why not? And I think he's flooding as well. Looks like there's ongoing creeping amount of numbers on that ship. And well, I don't see anything like fires at the moment, so unless there's invisible fires going on someplace below the surface, inside in the decks or cabins or whatever that I don't know about, fire isn't a problem in this particular case. However, we can, well, we can keep doing this for as long as we need to. And down she goes. We get the credit of the kill. So I don't think we set her on fire, so I suspect at the end of the day it was probably just flooding, and it was sufficient to kill off the ship. Now, we're roundabout we go. It's just me and the battleship. And there's only 3 enemy ships left, 2 cruisers and a destroyer, and we know at least one of each are up by our own cap area. I'm going to place priority on base defense. I've just lost enough of these games without being able to reset the base or get back in time. And it's sometimes a bit harder, I think, even though you have no obstacles as such. But the distances to cover, like if you get yourself out of position here, it's very hard to recover to get back in time to decisively influence the thing like a base capture in a negative or positive way. I'm being pursued by Nuremberg, and I don't know much about them. But again, I just thought, well, let him have some torpedoes going in his general direction, and we'll see how things get on. So we have a battleship, we have another Nuremberg closing in. So we have 2 Nuremberg and we have 2 battleships on our side, and a destroyer on each so far. Although I think the enemy destroyer is just about to expire. So, that island's a bit small for sailing around it or manoeuvring around it. And a guy behind me, well, why not just send some torpedoes heading in his direction? It's worked so far this game, and it really has. long-range randomized torpedo strikes that should be very easy to evade have, in this particular game, not been evaded. So we have a Nuremberg left, and he's heading straight towards our capsule with a certain grim and fixed determination, and our torpedo has struck somebody and has caused flooding damage. Now for the question, can they stop it? No, they can't, and they're sunk, and that is it. That's all enemy ships down, and we won. So, victory to the Benson. 49,000 damage, 3 torpedo hits, 3 destroyed. Come number 2 by experience after the New Mexico. Didn't get any special prizes, but you know, it was a pretty decent performance, I think. So that's it for World of Warships. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like and a share. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. I will catch you all again soon. Bye for now.